I tested a YouTube channel made with AI to see how well it would grow in 30 days. I made both YouTube shorts and long-form videos with AI tools, published them daily, and then took screenshots every day of the analytics so you can see the progress from day 0 to day 30. I'll share with you the results at the end of the video, but first, here's how I did it. So the first step is I need to pick a topic for my channel. It has to be a popular evergreen topic that people will always search for and will continue to search for throughout time. So I made a short list of topics which would fit this criteria. This included finance, business, education, science, health, lifestyle, relationships, and psychology. So these are topics that people regularly search for, whether it's today or last year or next year. We're going to use AI to write the script for us, so I think the easiest topics to cover would be like health, lifestyle, relationships, and psychology. So let's go with an overlap of these 4 topics. First, we are going to generate shorts. All the text that you see here, they were generated with ChatGPT. So here's how I set up the prompt. Basically, I want ChatGPT to give me a table where each row would be the text that I would include into a short. So it would give me a table of many rows, which I can convert into many YouTube shorts. For the initial prompt, I told it to give me 10 sets in a table format where the first column is the topic, the next column is point 1, the next is point 2, and the final one is point 3. And then the points should be about health, wellness, mindfulness, relationships, exercise, sleep, happiness. And then to guide it further on what exactly I would like to see as the content, I gave it an example of a topic and then point 1, point 2, point 3. I'll paste this prompt in the description below so you can test it out yourself as well. I initially only asked it for 10 rows or 10 sets because I didn't know if the quality was good enough, so I just wanted to test this out first, and then if it is good, I'll tell it to repeat and give me more rows. So you can see the initial output isn't really what I want, like the topic is just one word, so I guided it further by saying give me longer, more specific topics, for example, how to be less tired in the afternoon. So it's looking better now, still not great, so my next prompt is give me 50 more without repeating any of the topics above. Try to use more how-to topics. And this output is exactly what I'm looking for, so since this is perfect, my next prompt is just give me 100 more of these without repeating any of the above. And then after that's done, I told it to give me 100 more without repeating any of the above. So you can see like in only a few seconds, we have generated a few hundred rows of text, and each row can be used as a YouTube short. Now that all the tables are generated, the next step is to copy and paste this into a Google spreadsheet. So I've made a Google spreadsheet with 3 columns, topic, point 1, point 2, and point 3. You can see I'm copying and pasting all the tables we have just generated into this spreadsheet. The next step is to go to Canva. You do need to sign up for an account, and you do need to have a pro account. If you don't, that's okay, just sign up with a new email, and then they offer you a 30-day free trial, which you can then cancel before you get charged any money. Afterwards, go to Create Design on the top right, and then search for mobile video, because a YouTube short is 1080 by 1920, so these are the dimensions we want. We are going to now make the template for every YouTube short. First, what we're going to do is select a background. So in this elements section, you can search for whatever video you want, but I'm going to use this forest video and drag it to the edge of the canvas so that it would snap into the background. So when I release it, it's going to turn into the background of this video. In the timeline below, I'm going to trim this video so that it's only around 20 seconds. Next, I'm going to add a heading, which we will use as the title of this YouTube short. So I'm just going to style it a bit by adding a white background and then rounding the edges a bit. And then let's set the title to be called Daily Life Hack. So this title will show on every YouTube short. I'm going to change the font to something more suitable for this content. So let's choose this one. Next, let's add some animation here. So I'm going to click Animate, and then I'm going to choose Pop for this one. Next, I'm going to copy the same text box underneath it and set it as the topic. You'll see why I'm doing this in a second. And then I'm going to copy this again and set it to point 1. I'm going to make the font size a bit smaller, and then rinse and repeat for point 2 and point 3. As you may have already guessed, the topic and the 3 points correspond to the topic and 3 points that we've generated from ChatGPT, which we're going to plug into this afterwards to generate like hundreds of YouTube shorts in a single click. But first, let's style this up a bit. So I'm going to right-click on the topic and then click on Show Timing. So you can see now at the bottom bar here, you can see the timing of when the topic text box is being shown. I'm going to drag the right edge of this topic box so that it only shows in the first like 5 seconds of this video. Next, I'm going to do the same for point 1. So I'm going to right-click and then click Show Timing. And then for point 1, I'm going to show this after the topic has disappeared. So I'm going to drag the start at around 5 seconds and then drag the end to make this last only around 5 seconds. What I'm basically doing is spacing out the topic and the 3 points along this timeline, so only one of them shows up at any particular time. So I'm going to do the same thing for point 2. Right-click, Show Timing, and then drag the point 2 so that it shows up after point 1. And then finally, I'm going to do the same thing for point 3. Also, I'm going to make another text box and have it at the bottom just to display our channel name so that people will remember it. So we're going to call this channel School of Inner Peace. I'm going to style it up a bit and then add a nice YouTube logo next to it so that it knows that we are a YouTube channel and that's the channel name. I'm also going to animate this text a bit. So the YouTube name, I'm going to select this breathe animation, which makes it move in and out very slowly. I'm also going to add a separate animation for the YouTube logo just to give it more motion. So let's select this tumble animation. Alright, now for the most important step. We need to link all the data we generated from ChatGPT into this topic, point 1, point 2, and point 3. So how we do that is we go to the apps section in the left column and then click on bulk create. If you can't find bulk create, just search for bulk create in the search bar at the top. After clicking into bulk create, then we click on enter data manually. Then I'm going to go back into the spreadsheet with all the data we generated from ChatGPT and then copy the first 50 rows. Why we're only doing 50 is because all the videos we generate right now, it's going to have that same forest background. So we want to also switch up the background a bit. So I'm going to do the first batch of 50 with the forest background, and then I'm going to do another batch with another background, just to give it more variation. So once you've copied all the data, simply select the first cell and then paste it in here. If all goes smoothly, you should see 4 data fields identified. That's because we have 4 columns, right? The topic and the 3 points. So next we need to link these 4 data fields to our text boxes in this template. So how we do that is we right-click on each one and then click Connect Data. And then you can see for topic, we select the topic. Once you selected it, you can see that the text is now in curly brackets, which means it's linked to a data variable. Let's repeat this for points 1 to 3. Final step is I'm going to reposition these so that they pop up in the same spot. If you remember, we already set the timing so that each text box only shows up after the other has disappeared. So there's not going to be any overlap. Alright, we simply click continue and then generate pages. This is going to create a new Canva project that basically loops over all the rows that you pasted in. So you can see each section in this timeline here is one YouTube short. Let's play the first one so you can see what it looks like. Next, we need to add some audio to the video. What I found is that I couldn't actually add audio in the previous step before I generate these 50 pages. It would be nice if I could do that and then the audio would just loop over here, but that's currently not possible. So what I need to do is actually drag and drop my audio file here, but this audio file isn't long enough. It's not going to span the whole duration of the 50 videos. So I need to find where the audio ends and then add in the audio again. So basically I'm filling up this timeline with my audio track. To see if this is working, let's play the last video. Alright, we are ready to download this first batch of 50 videos. So all you gotta do is click this white share button at the top right, and then make sure you check the checkbox for download pages as separate files. So each section is going to be downloaded as a separate YouTube short video. This feature does require a pro plan, so as I mentioned before, if you don't have that, you can always sign up for free with a new account and then join their 30-day free trial and then just cancel before they charge you in 30 days. This is going to download everything into a zip file, and then once you unzip it, you're going to see that your videos are numbered. Now, I'd like to really automate everything and take away as much manual work as possible. And this current naming is not ideal because once you upload this video to YouTube, the title is just going to be that number, right? The default title of your YouTube video is just going to be the file name of your video. So wouldn't it be nice if we renamed the file name to the topic of the video, which we generated with ChatGPT, so that when we upload it to YouTube, the title is already filled in for you. So here's a quick and dirty workaround. What I did was I created a separate spreadsheet. I pasted in the topic of the 50 videos that I used. Or it's actually 49 videos because the first row is the name of the column. And then for the second column, I'm going to call it file name, which is the name of the video that we had unzipped after we downloaded it. You can see it's named 1 to 49, so we're just going to put 1 to 49 for the file name here. And to make sure that I got the number correct, let's look at the last row. So last row is how to stay calm in stressful situations. Let's open file 49 and see if that is the case. And so yes, it is. The topic is how to stay calm in stressful situations. So we got everything correct. Let's save this as a CSV in the same folder and call it rename.csv. Next, I went to ChatGPT to get it to write me a Python script that would automatically rename all the files for me when I pass in the CSV. So my prompt is I have a CSV of 2 columns, topic and file name. Write me a Python script to rename all the files of file name to topic based on the CSV. So I made a Python script and I tried to run this, but I hit some errors, so there's a bit more fine-tuning I had to do. So I basically just pasted the error into ChatGPT, and then it helped me revise the script. But after a few rounds of that, I finally got it to work. So running this script automatically renamed all 49 of my videos to the topic name, as you can see here. And to save you the trouble of writing all of this, I'm going to upload the Python script, which will be available in the description below. Now, when you upload it to YouTube, and by the way, you don't have to upload one video at a time to YouTube. You can upload a maximum of 15 videos per time. So let's drag and drop 15 videos into here. And you can see that the title of each video is automatically filled in for you because it's the title of the file name. How cool is that? Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention, which you should do actually before doing all of this, is in YouTube, you can actually preset your description so you don't have to type in a description from scratch every time you upload a video. So in case you didn't know this, in your YouTube studio, simply go to settings and then upload defaults so that you can set a default title, description, and visibility, which would show up every time you upload a video. So let me just quickly type in a default description, which should be general enough so that it applies to all the YouTube shorts I upload. So now when I upload a video from my computer, not only is the title automatically filled in from the file name, the description is also already filled in for me. So all I need to do is click publish. And also for YouTube Shorts, you don't need to upload a thumbnail. So you can easily upload a ton of YouTube Shorts and schedule them in a very short amount of time. All right, let's do our second batch of 50 YouTube Shorts because, like I said before, we want to switch up the background a bit so there's more variation. So let's go back into our original Canva project. And then in the Elements tab under Video, I'm going to search Calm. And then we are going to drag this video to the edge of the canvas so that it replaces the background. Something to note is once you drag and drop a video, it actually extends the timeline to the duration of the video. So if you remember, our YouTube short is only around 20 seconds. So let's trim the end of this video all the way back to 20 seconds. And then the rest of the steps are the same. So we click into bulk create, and then we copy and paste the next batch of 50 rows into here. Click continue and then click generate. Perfect. So again, it will create a new Canva project with these 49 videos. Let's select a new audio track this time. So I'm just going to search calm in the audio section of elements and then pick one that's suitable. Again, we drag and drop this into the timeline, and we need to keep dragging and dropping this audio track so it fills up the whole timeline. Next, we click download and make sure you check download pages as separate files. Next, I'm going to do a third batch with, again, a different background to give it more variation. But you already know the steps, so I'm just going to time-lapse this. So those are basically the steps to create a ton of shorts in a short amount of time and upload them easily to YouTube. Next, I'll go over how I make long-form videos. One of the mics I use is a Shure SM7dB, which is the gold standard for voiceovers in YouTube videos or podcasts. However, one inconvenient thing about the Shure SM7dB is you need to buy an extra preamp to plug this into. If you just plug the 7B directly into an audio interface, the volume is going to be too quiet and you can barely hear anything. It's just an extra inconvenience that you need to add this extra preamp into your setup. Fortunately, they've just launched a new mic called Shure SM7dB, which includes a preamp built in, so you don't need to buy a separate preamp. You just simply plug this into your audio interface, and the volume sounds great straight out of the box. Check it out via our link in the description below. Now back to the video. Alright, first I needed to find some topics which I can use for the long-form videos. And just a reminder, the niche or topics that I chose for my channel would be involving health, psychology, and relationships. So I found this YouTube channel called Psych2Go, and I literally just looked at their most popular videos, and then I made videos on these topics. For example, how your childhood affects your love styles. I used the same topic here. Signs that you're depressed, not lazy. I kind of did the same thing here. So signs you're depressed but don't know it. And then there's some other channels where I looked at their most popular videos and copied the same thing. So another popular topic would be like how to optimize your sleep, do cold showers work, hacks to build confidence as an introvert. I also find like the Myers-Briggs personalities are quite popular. So here's like 8 signs you're an INFJ that got 7 million views. So I also did like a are you an INFJ? And I also did a few other Myers-Briggs videos here. So that's how I chose which topics to do long-form videos on. Alright, first we're going to get ChatGPT to write us the script for the video, and then we're going to plug this script into Fliki, which would auto-generate the video for us. One of the topics that I want to talk about is sleep optimization. So I'm going to get ChatGPT to write about how to improve your sleep, science-based strategies. So the prompt is write a long article about the topic, and then avoid point form, use short sentences, use paragraphs only. This is important because when we plug it into Fliki, each paragraph would be its own scene. You'll see what I mean once I plug it in. But first, let's generate the script. Alright, so this is good enough, but to make the video longer, let's just say, give me more paragraphs without repeating the points above. Alright, I think this is good enough. So next step is we need to copy and paste this to a text editor like Notepad or WordPad first, just so we can format it out a bit. So you can see here, for example, there's these stars that we don't need the numbers, so we got to get rid of that. We just want the whole thing in paragraph form. And then I'm also going to copy the additional paragraphs and then paste it right before the conclusion paragraph. Alright, looking good. So next step is we just want to replace this, so I'm pressing Control H, and I want to replace, actually let's replace this one, the colon, and then the stars first. Let's replace this with a period. So I'm going to find all instances of colon, star, star, and replace it with a period. You can see all of these have been replaced with a period now. Now I'm going to find all instances of star, star, and replace it with nothing. Okay. Now, I also want to get rid of the number, because if we don't, the AI-generated voiceover will also pronounce this number. So it's going to be like 1, 2, 3, which we don't want. So I'm just going to get rid of all the numbers here. All right, we are done. So next step is to go into Fliki and paste this into a new project. So you can sign up for a free account. I'm going to log into mine, which is a paid account. Just to be transparent about the pricing, The free plan only gives you 5 minutes, plus limited generations, plus it contains a watermark. I am using a paid plan for this because it gives me more minutes and I need this to generate lots of long-form videos. So let me log into my account real quick. And once you log in, simply click on New File, and then let's enter how to improve sleep. The aspect ratio, we want this to be a long-form YouTube video, so it's going to be landscape, and we will start with an empty file. You can also plug in a blog or a presentation or a tweet, but we're gonna copy and paste in the script that we just generated afterwards. So let's just keep it as empty file. The next step is super simple. All we need to do is select all of this and copy it, and then paste it in here. So I'm just pressing Ctrl V. All right, and this is what we get. So you can see each paragraph is its own scene. So here's paragraph 1, and it auto-selected a video for me, plus it has a voiceover which would say these subtitles. And then we have scene 2, which is our second paragraph, and then it auto-selected another video for me. So you can either play each scene by clicking on the play button, or you can play the full video by clicking on this button. So let me just play you like the first 2 scenes so you can hear what it sounds like.
In our fast-paced modern world, getting a good night's sleep can sometimes feel like an elusive luxury. The demands of work, social life, and the ever-present glow of screens can conspire to rob us of the rest our bodies and minds desperately need. However, understanding the science behind sleep and implementing evidence-based strategies can significantly improve the quality of your slumber. Prioritize consistent sleep schedule. Establishing a regular sleep schedule helps regulate your body's internal clock, making it easier to fall asleep and wake up naturally. Aim for the same bedtime and wake-up time every day, even on weekends. Create a relaxing bedtime routine. Engage in calming activities before bedtime to signal to your body that it's time to wind down.
She's like, what the hell is going on? So let's say we don't want to use this scene. Well, we can manually switch it out. So the content here is create a relaxing bedtime routine. Instead of auto-picking it, we can just click on the video and then choose a video ourselves. So let's search for sleep and then choose this one. So now, instead of that woman who was like, oh, what's going on? Now
Create a relaxing bedtime routine. Engage.
All right, pretty good to me. Now you can also change the voice from female to male by clicking on the voiceover person here and then choosing all these different voices, but I'm just going to keep it at the default female speaker. And then I don't really like this first video either, so I'm gonna switch this out. All right, now final step is we need to add some background audio. You can upload your own audio, or they also offer you a variety of options. So let's search for calm, then let's try this one. Alright, that one sounds calming, so I'm gonna select that. And then this audio is probably gonna be too loud on top of the voiceover, so let's drag this all the way to like 15 and then play the video again to see if it's the correct balance.
In our fast-paced modern world, getting a good night's sleep can sometimes feel like an elusive luxury. The demands of work, social life, and the ever-present glow of screens can conspire to rob us of the rest our bodies and minds desperately need. However, understanding the science behind sleep and implementing evidence-based strategies can significantly improve the quality of your slumber. Prioritize consistent sleep schedule. Establishing a regular sleep schedule helps regulate your body's internal clock, making it easier to fall asleep and wake.
Perfect. So after you double check that all the videos are appropriate, the paragraphs are correct, then we simply click download and then start export. Again, I'm using a paid plan, which allows me to export more content. If you're using the free plan, you're only allowed, I think, 5 minutes per month. While this is processing, let's also work on the thumbnail. So unfortunately, this part is quite a manual process. There are a few tools out there, including Canva and Microsoft Designer, which auto-generate thumbnails for you, but they're not at the quality I want yet, so I just resorted to making all the thumbnails myself. So since our video is about sleep, I'm just going to search for sleep in the elements section and find a photo on that. And then let's go with this one. I'll drag this here, and then the text, I will drag it down here. For this video, let's say do this to improve your sleep or something like that. Alright, so let's save this thumbnail. I'm gonna click share and then download. Alright, our video is done processing, so let's click download. And then going back to YouTube, we simply upload our video. And then we'll upload the thumbnail here. I trust y'all know how to upload a video, so I mean, this is just a pretty standard process. And then we'll add in a more relevant description here, and then we're good to publish this. So that's basically how I create a long-form video for my YouTube channel. Everything, like creating all the YouTube shorts and the long-form videos, took me around 2 days to complete. And then I just basically uploaded everything and scheduled it for the next 30 days. Each day usually consists of 2 YouTube shorts and 1 long-form video. And we are done. Let the money start flowing in. I took screenshots of my YouTube analytics every day for the next 30 days. And here they are. Clearly this is not impressive, but this is the honest truth. All those other YouTube videos out there which claim that they can make hundreds of thousands of dollars from an AI automated YouTube channel, I would highly doubt that. You still need to put in a lot of effort to make sure that video is the highest quality out there. And if you just mass produce hundreds of YouTube shorts and videos, yes, you're gonna have the quantity, but the quality is not there. So you're not gonna get much engagement or promotion by the YouTube algorithm. But hopefully this video gives you some insights on how you can speed up your YouTube video creation process. If you found this helpful, remember to like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. I also built a site where you can search for all the AI tools out there. Check it out at ai-search.io.